Good night, good night, good night. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Vibes Live, episode 58. You would see the title is like, what a jail dread. So before we jump into, the regular scheduled program that we normally do here on Sunday Vibes Live, like, I'll normally wait like a 2 minutes, give an update on how the weekend went and everything before we jump into the format, which is we'll go through um yesterday's video drop, and I'll give us some updates on further videos, up and coming videos, as well as in this one we're gonna tackle some other events that is happening later this week, next weekend, and the following weekend, which we also have a holiday next week. So whoa R79, good evening, and welcome to the vibes. Before we jump into anything, like just as the title said, is like, what did jail dread? The crime here in Trinidad and Tobago is getting seriously out of hand. A real good brethren of mine, I've learned like over the past 2 days, he's been missing, and I'm just gonna post it up here right now. In case this is Komal Maharaj, Dr. Komal Maharaj, for some of you, he is a teacher, maths teacher, and everything. A real humble person. Like, I know him when I now enter. The first time I met him, I was when I now entered UE, and that was about over a decade ago. Yeah, and we were both in the Hindu Society, UE Hindu Society, and I met him through doing the Diwali play and program. And the man was always like a cool soul, a real down to earth person. And he has been missing for the past 2 days now. So if anybody know anything at all, I please contact this number, right? We are hoping and praying for his safe return, and I know it's not just him missing. I have a few other people that has been like, when you go big up, by the way, the Hunter Search and Rescue Team, they do a fantastic job in trying to reunite families, missing ones from their families, and they got all the way. And yes, Komal is a very epic musician as well. Like, I remember, like, back in UE days, right? Well, during the Diwali program, he was one of the first persons I was seeing playing the mandolin as a solo, and it was like, that was amazing. Like, wait, now, I mean, Yakasam in these functions where people will be playing, tabla and dolak and all these different other instruments, but you sir hardly see anybody playing the mandolin, and he was a talented musician and singer and actor. Yeah. So a fun fact, like, when we was in Hindu Society, when he was president, I was special events coordinator as part of his team. Like, yeah, like I said, that was mid 2000s kind of thing. So I'm shocked right now that I have to see this news, right? Like, sometimes I've been scrolling through Facebook and I just see people missing, and I see a prayer for them. But sometimes when it hit home, like close to home, like I still be shocked, and it's like, what is going on, right? We seen police out there harassing the nation, and normally I don't jump into these things, right? I like to give Jack his jacket and whatnot. But I've seen police officers out there giving speeding tickets during the rush hour traffic as people going to work. They have roadblocks going on. I'm not sure what they expect to find, right? To be honest with you all, in these roadblocks, to me, it looks like they're just sharing out tickets. And I mean, why harass people? They're just frustrating people trying to get to work on a morning instead of like putting resources to find all these criminal elements to bring home people. I mean, like I said, the Hunter Search and Rescue Team, I think, do a much more fantastic job than our police service, sad to say. And you all know me. Normally, I was tend to stay away from these things, but when things hit so close to home, it's like, what the jail dread? We really had to say some prayers for our nation, some friends of mine and everything, and as well as a good bit of people who know Komal. They had a prayer yesterday, and we invited people of different faiths and everybody who knew him and thing. So that was, we said prayers, we sing hymns, we sing mantras, they give a dua, everything. Oh, Brandon. So I really hope, if anything at all, please, call this number, call the police. I'm just praying for his safe return, dread. It's real sad to see this. And it's like, this dude, he's a normal, humble dude. I don't expect him to be in any kind of thing. So, and if you ask anybody you know, especially is like is a good soul, as a good brother. So I hope and pray he is returned safely and soon. So yeah, I just wanted to send out condolences to the family as well. That they are I could only imagine what his wife and his daughter is going through, as well as his brothers and other families. Like where he is, the amount of scenarios that would have run through people's mind and everything. All we could do is hope and pray. Again, if you have information, anything at all, anything slight, please call this number. What happened? For context, he went out to Price Plaza at the ATM, at Scotiabank ATM, and then he went missing. And they found his car, everything intact. So they believe it's a kidnapping. I'm not sure exactly what further details there is, but it's just sad to see. And normally here at Trinbago Vibes, we don't want to kick off things on a kind of negative note, but at the same time, we have to be aware and be careful when we out there and be observant, because I find the criminal elements are just rising and rising in Trinidad and Tobago. And Dread, I mean, we have such a beautiful island, and it have all these demons and pests running around that ruin it for people at the moment. And national security had to step up. That is all I could say, because the rate we go in terms of per capita, we ranking in places in terms of crime statistics that we don't want to be. So yeah. So folks, I just had to get that out and make sure, if you all could help, please help as best you can. Everyone else, good night, Angela, Javan, Free Agent, Faz. And yes, R79, he did go on, and I was seeing anything, he did play mandolin on Masana. I don't remember that. Yeah, that was so long ago. Don't worry, Free Agent, we coming up to that. I just had to, I just want to take a moment here and just, once again say a prayer for our brother Komal's safe return. Right, just taking a moment before we move on to the regular things. Oh yeah, and thank you all for any prayers and well wishes as well. I really think the vibrations we give out, whether you believe in Almighty or not, right? The vibrations we put out in the universe always comes back to us. So if enough positivity goes out there, I firmly believe, things will happen. Oh, Kieran, so, folks, we have one more weekend in July. July just fly, boy. Like the other day is like, what happened, boy? I remember the last live before this one. It was Hello July, and now July is finished. Yeah, and we got a mixture of rain and sun this weekend. I hope everyone is good and safe and had a good one and whatnot. And yeah, and I hope you all get through with whatever errands you all had to do this weekend. Now, on to the Radisson video. Dread. So, I confess for one time, here's, we have this one-on-one. I know there are certain parts of the video, especially going into the room, was a bit blurry, right? Like, certain sections of it was blurry because what I forgot to adjust, because I record these things on a GoPro, and the GoPro, the settings I have it as, I said I have high ISO settings, and I forgot to lower the ISO settings on the GoPro itself, right? Because when I lower that, there'll be less noise. And when I mean noise in the background, if we're talking about the background imagery, it doesn't be as, as grainy, yeah, in low lighting. And so yeah, when I enter the room with the normal settings I have the GoPro, like when I'm on the outside. And normally I'm supposed to switch over to another setting so the imagery would be better. But the thing about entering this room, right, I wanted to give a more authentic experience. So it's like, this is the first time entering the room. So as I enter to see what is the scene, how the room is the same view and the same set of comments you would get as well in that video. So yeah. Oh, Ashford, good night, and Barry. I appreciate that, Barry. And SHAQ and CJ, good evening, Givian. Sati, good evening, Givian. Brandon is asking if do I plan on reviewing the circus? Not right now, because I already have other plans for this month, and I'm basically booked up for the rest of this month and part of next month. I'm trying to organize other things as well. So and because I work during the week, and these days work just getting really intense, and I just added, I just got a dog, more or less, to see about that, just taking on some of my other responsibilities apart from home here. Yeah. So time management just getting a little smaller and smaller with respect to organizing stuff for the channel and doing videos and all these things. So yeah, so I had to be real particular and plan these things out properly. I tried to do a few things in between, but yeah, so highly unlikely I'm going to do a review on the circus. I mean, I would love to, because that's a nice idea. Whoa, spicy sweet sauce. Welcome to Vibes. That's a nice idea, but I'm not sure yet. Boy, Brandon. And that is, for anybody who don't know, that is the Sora's Brothers Circus. Yeah. And Kieran is saying that the Freeport video was awesome. Yeah, well, that's thanks to CJ here, who is in the chat, So, yeah, so big up CJ for taking me to those wonderful spots. Like, up to earlier today. I know we're straight from the Radisson. We'll come back to that just now. A good friend of mine called, and she's like, hey, I now watched the Freeport video, and basically one of the first double spots that we went to was one of her favorite spots, and it's like, yeah, I can understand why. So that was a surprising doubles, V&V's doubles, yeah. So our Sentinel is asking, when last have I been to Mancelina, Mayaro? A while now. I haven't been down that side over 2 months now. I was supposed to go down there the other day, right? Because I do have intentions to do the Mancelina stretch as a video. I'm not sure when I'll be able to do that, but I was hoping to do that sometime before the end of this year. And I had to give you that timeline because I have certain things planned out. I have certain videos to record. I've been invited to certain things, which we'll discuss a little later in this one. And yeah, but I do plan to do another a Mancelina stretch video, and look out for Plumitan one as well. Yeah, we're checking out Beach. I was able to do that, this weekend. So in spite of like all the different things that is going on. Right, so back to the Radisson video. I was talking about like some of the grainy imagery, right? Like, yeah. And as I enter the room, how I see it is like how I record it there, and then it's like the first time I seen it for the first time as well. So I think those kind of shots is be more authentic because it's a review and a reaction. I don't want we walk in the room first, then put on all the lights. Like the best scenario is to go in the room, put on all the lights, so that when you enter the room, you'll see everything much clearer. Clear. Oh my gosh, more cleanly. Yeah, I'm gonna say clean and clear, and I just mumble up. Anyway, more cleanly and clearer. Yeah, that would have been the best way to do it, but I just want to give you it as authentic as possible. So Indra, good night. So yeah, so I just wanted to chat about that a little bit. Now, the grab and go, what was amazing for me was the prices on the grab and go menu items. Like, I couldn't believe it was relative for a hotel now. It was pretty good prices for like a cupcake and pastries and all these things. Yeah, I know some bakeries out there that have it certain things much more expensive than what it had at the Radisson itself. And if there's one thing, the Radisson's food is probably some of the best hotel food I've had out of all the hotels we did so far on the channel. I'm not going to lie, like that lamb was one of the best lambs I had in the country so far. So big up them for that. As for the packages, I didn't mention if it was worth it or not in the video, because I say I'll chat about it here. To me, it is more on a slight on the expensive side, but it's still kind of worth it because apart like the regular price you'll get is a one night for two with breakfast, right? And that will normally range sometimes between 12 and 1500 TT, depending on the time of day. Now, the Radisson always have these packages that people could check out and whatnot. And yeah, and but in terms, so for close to 2000 is 1950. Yeah, so for that it is, in my opinion, it unexpensive, but I could understand. Like for me, it is expensive for that price, but it is kind of worth it because you get a bottle of wine and you get that dinner added on, right? And I'm not sure, to be honest, I'm not sure what the more premium room is, right? And I mean, for well, what was it? About $300 more, 22.50, roughly. Yeah, $300 more. You're getting a massage for you and, well, your wife or your girlfriend if you're taking them there, which in end bad at all. Like for that package, like so the package one, the tier one and the tier two, and yeah, free agent. I did not ask for late checkout, and because I had, like I said, we went on Labor Day, the Labor Day holiday itself. So, and I mean, I got some days off from work, and the next day, I went out to do in the evening after I checkout. I went to record part of the I went, and that's when I did the water taxi ferry, the water taxi sailing from Port of Spain to San Fernando. So because like I plan out these videos and when I'm going out to record it and things, if I was just relaxing, like if the wife and myself were just go out there relaxing and have nothing to worry about, if I didn't have this channel to look for videos to do or to bring those kind of epic videos like I try to bring to you all, I would have probably asked for a late checkout. But because I had other plans in the day, I just checked out at the normal time. So yeah, but I think as you self mentioned, most times, especially the time it was during the week, the midweek we would have got through with the late checkout, and the staff there is amazing. All right, I mean, apart from the carpet I couldn't get over, but I still find it was a good stay. All right, and like I mentioned in the video, it is more business oriented and it makes sense because you're close to all these businesses close by, similar to the Hyatt and whatnot, and we got a nice view, that pool, the Hyatt and everything. Like I wasn't able to catch I wanted to do a time lapse I did kind of do a time lapse in a sense, but I wasn't able to throw it in here. And yeah, and if you watch the beginning of that video, like that shot of the whole hotel at a height, I did that actually in Hyatt's car park, the fifth level. I just walk across the road, took the elevator up to the top there, and it's like, well, up there's normally be empty, and that's how I was able to get that shot. Yeah. It's like the things they do to go and make sure you make the best video I possibly can. Whoa, PG 13 kid, I appreciate the feedback on the videos, and I'm glad you all enjoyed this one and the last one. So yeah. So it was, and the reason why I took a little while, because like I said, I recorded this on Labor Day weekend, which was June 19th, and it just dropped literally like a month after. I was trying to fix certain aspects of the video, and so I was playing around with it, and that's what really took long for it to drop. Oh, big up Trini style with Dinesh. Good night, and everybody else on the live. Hey, one of these days, brother, I have to come and taste all your hand again. If you all don't watch or check out Trinidad Life with Dinesh, you need to check it out. There's make some best food, and I telling you, up hand, I've tasted their hand. The food is be real best. All right, so big them up. Spicy sweet sauce is asking me, why did I remove your intro from your videos? It's just to go with the trend spicy sweet sauce. So because as be making videos and as be following YouTube trends, right? I realize, like in the earlies when I now started, that was a thing, and I just moved on straight into the content because I realized it would have benefit the videos more when it is you dive straight into the the content itself. So I don't try to clickbait anybody or anything, and so like if it is you, I'm doing a video, so like see on the Radisson, yeah, jumping straight into it one time to give you a preview of what is to come. Like normally I'll give you the preview and then jump into the 10 seconds intro that I used to have. I may go back to that at some point, depending on. You know what? I will, at some point, I'll put up a post for you all to vote, right, in the community tab to see if you all want an intro or not. And it'll be a short intro. Yeah, because normally I'll have like some snippets of what is to come, then the intro, then I'll go into my normal welcome intro, you know, the what's up, my Trinbago by peeps kind of thing. So yeah, oh Parvati, good night, and so yeah, so back to Radisson. Overall, it was a nice stay. It was a comfortable one. The food was fantastic. I was kind of disappointed in terms of I thought when I was going for dinner, I thought it would have been up in the 360 restaurant. It was not. That is only open on Sundays for brunch, right? So that is something to note. I think I mentioned it I did mention it in the video, but just in case you missed it, the 360 restaurant was a nice experience. I did a video on that already, so if you haven't seen it, you can check that one out. Just type in Trinbago Vibes 360 restaurant, you know, and you'll see the experience and you'll see the views up there. It's been nice, and that's once again that's the only rotating restaurant in the Caribbean. Yes, it's the only one in Trinidad and also throughout the Caribbean. If there's any new one that up and coming, you can feel free to correct me. But as far as I'm aware, it's the only one in the Caribbean, and shout out the engineers there too, because that has been there since forever for me, right? So yeah. Trinidad is saying I should review Holiday Inn next to the airport. Yeah. Eventually, I would cover almost all the hotels here in Trinidad and Tobago. It's just a matter of timing. I mean, if I can get a sponsor for it, or if they, you know, for these things, I do not know for now. But in those kind of hotels videos, I have to save up for it before I could go and things. So it's not like it's being sponsored or anything. So yeah, so I'll still have to save up because I want to do all the hotels in Trinidad, like, and I want to do Cara Suites and Paria Suites and everything, and some South stuff. I want to do the ones in Tobago as well. So, but yeah, I do plan to do the Holiday Inn. Now, Radisson was originally the Holiday Inn, and then it was well, I mentioned this in the video, Crown Plaza / Capital Plaza, and then before it became the Radisson. Whoa, and Trini knockabout. Good night, bro. Big up, y'all, and and Parvati, one early happy birthday, and I hope you have a blessed one tomorrow. And I was seeing it in the chat there that your birthday is tomorrow, so big up Parvati tomorrow for your birthday. So happy birthday in advance, and big up Normal for just subscribing. I appreciate that so much. All right, now earlier in the week that I went there, I went live. I didn't do a live last Sunday because of the football, but I went live on Wednesday night. Yeah. I have to shout out with Mark. Yeah, I have to shout out Mark Ramtron. You know, he's a fellow subscriber to the channel. He messaged me, what date it was, boy? I think he messaged me Saturday or Sunday itself, and is like, hey, Jose is coming up. If you never experienced it, come on, check it out. And they had something going on the Monday night, the Tuesday night, and the Wednesday night, as well as Thursday during the day. And I couldn't make the Monday and the Tuesday, but I stayed up and I went out on the Wednesday. I wanted to come up and record something during the day on the Thursday, but work just had me busy. So yeah, whoa, Dale, big up Dale from Atlanta, big up in the house. Yeah. So I went out there and I was recording this B-roll out there for the Jose, and I think it was around midnight or something. I was like, you know what? I had enough footage by then, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go live. That was a random live, because this was the first time I'm experiencing this event. Like, I tried to read up some stuff pre-going before, but it's like I didn't get enough info. So when I went live there, I just wanted to give you all a preview in a sense. Don't mind me, it was like almost 20 minutes there, But and most of it was a starter. But then and since I reached there and I started that event that happened, that I reached there about time, boy, about 10:30 to 11. Man, them men were just playing Tassa till I'm not sure how long. And right now I'm doing some research because that will be the next video up and coming. So, but thank you all for those of you who joined me on the live so late in the night, and also for those of you who watched it afterwards. Right? I know I had some comments where people were saying I should learn about this event before recorded. As like, dude, that was live and direct. I wouldn't know this. Like normally, I would do my research on these videos before I put it out there. When I go out there and live, sometimes I don't know what's going on. Especially, I have never experienced this before, so this was my first time out there. And I think I mentioned that in the live too. So forgive me for my ignorance, but I do plan the next video to be hosting here in Trinidad and Tobago. And from the clips, basically, I'm gonna start through with me walking through St. James, and that's already night. So you will actually see how St. James is before the whole celebration starts, and then you'll see aspects of what is happening. And I'm actually getting information right now and like scripting how I'm going to do that video. So I'm hoping it finishes by next week Saturday, because I plan to do that as the next video drop. If I don't finish by somehow, I'll figure out something else. Like I said, I recorded a drive through Plum Meetan and Beach, right? So I have that as a backup just in case I didn't finish the scripting and the voiceovers for the hosted videos, which is up and coming. Whoa, wait, boy, I have rare people on this chat, boy. Big people, boy. Look, Shine Stories. Big up Shine Stories, horse. This man is taking you, Lavantil, taking you to bigger lands for me and everything. So big up Shine Stories, eh, brother. Have a blessed one. And Rajesh saying, hey, I appreciate that, Rajesh. Yes, I try to be as informative as I possibly can. And that is the whole goal of the channel, right? Is sometimes as I learn, you learn, in a sense, right? Is to provide you all with as much information as I can, so you all could make, educational inferences if you choose to visit these spots we doing. I mean, food hopping is like food hopping, whether you like it or not. Some people would. The thing is, right, and I was explaining this to somebody, in terms of food, everybody tastes may be different, but what may be good for me may be alright for you. What may be real good for you may be okay for me. That's how it goes sometimes. And sometimes some of these vendors just have an off day, in a sense, right? And I mean, it's sad because sometimes it's always be good to be consistent. But apart from food, we still try to provide as much value as possible in these videos, to provide as much information in the videos. So I appreciate, all the feedback, and I appreciate you all enjoying it. And think, because honestly, that is the motivation to like do the next one, in a sense. Because sometimes it'd be like, wait, boy, it'd be a lot of work. Like all the other YouTubers who have on the chat, they could tell you how much work is going to trying to, put together these videos. It's not as easy. So yeah. Oh, Rajesh is saying when I'm doing the Manzana Mayara run, invite viewers to follow, and you would go. I will consider something like that, a tag along, in a sense. I'll let you all know, because sometimes it'll be planned and it'll be a last minute thing. Because sometimes it depends on the weather. I'll have a plan to do certain things, but if the weather isn't that great, I will switch up plans and kind of thing. So it might be hard to plan that, in a sense, but that's a good idea. Actually, I'll look more into it, and yeah, I'll write that down and look more into it, Rajesh. Yeah, Dinesh, thanks so much. Yeah, so back to that. I am in the process of researching information to present for the hosted video. So, and my plan is to have it, because we're speaking about how we provide information. The plan is to have as much, how to put this, boy, in that video. I would like to explain in simple terms what the commemoration is about, what is happening, what is being represented, and why, in a sense. So those are the questions I plan to research and get answered. Shout out to Mark again for updating me on this event, because Dread, if you didn't message me, I wouldn't know Jose what's happening, to be honest with y'all, because they don't really advertise it in a sense. I mean, people in St. James and environs may know, right? But yeah. But and the nice thing, I think I mentioned this on the live, I'm not sure, I can't remember, but I will state it here again. The nice thing about being out there is like you're seeing the variety of Trinbagonians, and I mean variety, the ethnicities, the different types of ethnicities, and you can tell these people from different backgrounds, different religions, and they still come out and supporting each other and playing tassa and all these things. So that was like awesome to see. I'm always in awe when we as a people could show unity. It's be the most amazing thing, but people just want to fight up and divide us. So yeah. Normal, welcome to the vibes. Thanks, Snacks to Normal. Normal already gave me the updates for Cara Streets. And yeah, I would expect that because the sunset on the Gulf of Paria is one of the amazing sunsets. So once you, along the coast, Trinidad's coast, on the evenings, the western side, yeah, the Gulf of Paria, sunsets there would be amazing once the weather conditions is good. Even if the Saharan dust is there, that is where you'll see the pink and red skies kind of thing. Pink or orange and red sky, the colored skies in a sense. Yeah, so I wouldn't doubt the sunset there is going to be epic. Normal. So yeah, so as I said, look out for Jose being in the next video. Or it could be Bish. We'll see how it goes. And I did mention in the past few lives, I did try seen this new hydration drink, Prime, out in Trinidad's market. Now, for those of you who don't know, Prime is a product being advertised and sold by some of the big guns here on the YouTube spectrum, like KSI and Logan Paul. So I actually tried all the flavors, and it was alright. But I mean, I also have clips of that video. I could edit that video as well and drop that in between. And those are some backup videos just in case I don't finish the Jose video in time. So you can look out for that. What is the plan now for next weekend? Next weekend, I'm in Alias Entertainment Expo, Battle Arena. This is like one of the biggest Comic-Con event here in Trinidad and Tobago. And Comic-Con, Anime-Con, that kind of cosplay kind of thing. They have a 3-day event, so big them up. I did a video on them last year, like on the last day I walked through, I dressed up as a Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I went, cosplay, might as well. And so if you haven't seen that video, you could check that one out. I plan to drop a short on it, because they invited me again this year, and they invited me to check out the stuff that I missed from last year. So you could look out for that video as well. That will be dropping in August. This happening next weekend. Actually, let me pull up the scene here, because I just want to show you all the tickets and thing. You see, children, they have tickets to enter. Is at the is in Mokoya, Center of Excellence in Mokoya. It is both Saturday and Sunday. Children under 5 enter the event free. Children under 12 age can enter with a company adult for $75, free if they're in cosplay. So if you come with your child in a cosplay, they could get in, right? So the entry for day pass is 100 TT, and they have access to the exhibition hall and the main hall events. They have VIP 1 entry day, and they have VIP 2 entry day, and you're able to everything in the day pass, and you have free guest autographs. They bring in people who do voiceovers for some of the animes and some of the games here in like that we play here or we watch here, because Trinidad and Tobago do have a good anime community and gaming community. And you're just seeing the different stuff here. They also have this VVIP entry kind of thing, and they have a cosplay Met Gala and all these things. Now I got invited to the VVIP stuff, so I'm able to like show you all what this includes in the event. But feel free to pass through and check out the scene, especially if this is your thing. I just say I'll just say, let me show you all that. It's pretty cool. That Comic Con, yeah, is in Makoya Center of Excellence, and you can get tickets by the door, or you can go on the same website. I'll leave a link to it in the description below in this one, and you could purchase tickets online, or I think in some stores would have it as well. So yeah, if it's a nice event. Like when I went Freeport, when I was in each Freeport video, and we was at Melodies. That is the one at St. Mary's Junction there, opposite the gas station. The dude in the doubles one himself, I forget his name, and slipped me. But yeah, his daughter is going to be there, and she's an artist, so I'm going to look out for her as well, and whatnot. So yeah, so you can look out for that video. That will drop most likely the first weekend in August. If you are attending the event, I will be there on the 2 days, so feel free to come out and shout me out. I may do a live there next week Saturday. I'm not sure yet. I'll see how it goes. Right, because I would have covered the exhibition halls already. So in this one, the 2 days, I'll be covering the stuff that I didn't do previously. But I'll still, but I was thinking next week I might go live on the floor itself, the main hall not the main hall, the floor attraction itself. That is where you'll have they have different vendors selling different things and whatnot. So yeah, I think Elias does a great job in like hosting these things. And apart from that, go check out the video if you haven't seen it. They also have some wildlife there from this sanctuary, and they have some free archery and all these things. I'm hoping to do that this wrong, so we'll see how it goes. So that's up and coming. That is on the that's on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And they also have on the Friday, they have this a cosplay, because they have some cosplay people here in Trinidad and Tobago. They have a parade cosplay in front of the library somewhere there about in Port of Spain. So if you are around Port of Spain, you can look out for that on the Friday around noon. Darian is saying he visited Comic Con in Chicago earlier this year. Hey, I appreciate. I'm glad. Darian, I hope you was able to check out some of the unique spots in Chicago as well, and I'm glad I was able to help you with that. So here on the channel, everything we normally do is be Trinidad and Tobago, right? Trinidad and Tobago related content. But ever so often when I jump outside, and when I mean jump out, I visit some other country or something, I will either do a vlog on an experience from a Trinidad perspective, because most times when you see those vlogs outside of Trinidad, well, going to other countries, it's always be catered to a certain perspective, and it doesn't get that Trini perspective. So I try to give that when we outside there. So I'm happy that like those videos help, especially when you visited. And yeah, I could just imagine the amount of people. I mean, down here it's just a fraction compared to like Comic Con in Chicago and the one that coming up, I think, in San Diego. San Diego would have been the original one where they have Hall H and all these big things going on. So yeah, so I was glad that I was able to help you, boy Darian. Okay, so that is the plan for next weekend. Also, I think next weekend, some people are celebrating Christmas in July, right? They actually have Estate 101, I think. Let me make sure I have it here. Yeah, Saturday, Estate 101. They're having their Christmas in July. Tickets are $250. If you want to attend, they have real parang going on and everything, and they'll have they'll have sorrel, they'll have pastel, and all those things we normally get for Christmas time around December. You'll have that there, so you all could check that out as well. If you not, because the Anime Expo is 2 days, so if you can't make the Saturday, you could come on the Sunday and vice versa. If you're passing through, again, I will be there the 2 days, so feel free to, if you see me, shout me out. Don't be afraid. If that provided you recognize me, I might be in a costume. We will see how it goes. I wanted to go the parang as well, but it's just too much to do that weekend. It will just be a lot to do that weekend. So yeah, so that's why I'm skipping over the parang. I'll just save that for like around December time. But for some people, Christmas in July, there's a thing. You could always check that out. I just train out some events there. Yeah, that is happening. Following week though, we jumping into the following week, because that's where we have the holiday on the 1st of August. Is a Thursday. Is Emancipation Day. Last time I went live on the Emancipation Day, on the promenade when they had the event going on. This year I plan to do the same thing, except this time last year I didn't. Normally after they will have a program in front of Treasury building there, and then they walk along the streets of Port of Spain straight up to the Queen's Park Savannah, where they have the Emancipation Village, and they're actually having that as well. I think that is launching this weekend too. The Emancipation Village in the Queen's Park Savannah, I think, is launching this weekend, so you can also check that one out. So on Emancipation Day, God willing, I will be live as well, and I'll go live in the March procession. So you'll see the streets of Port of Spain as you walk towards the Queen's Park Savannah. That is the plan for next week, Thursday. Yeah, it'll be Thursday, so I'll be going live Thursday. That might be probably closer to lunchtime. I'm not sure. I'll have to go out and there and see. Last time, there's normally move early, right? And this is for Emancipation Day celebrations. For those of you who don't know, Trinidad and Tobago is one of the first countries in the world, to give a public holiday for the emancipation of enslaved people, enslaved Africans, right? The African people who was enslaved, they were emancipated at the end of, I forget the history right now, I was not gonna drop the history, but it just slipped me. I think I can't. Tired. It's been a long weekend, so forgive me if it has slipped my head. Yes. But in any event, last time I was there at the program. This year I do plan to do the walk, so you can look out for that. Yes, R79. That's a lot is happening, so I just don't have time, because also, right, I was hearing on the radio that they have Best Village competition the following weekend, and I was like, Best Village competition in Skinner Park, so I may go check out that, because I've never been to any Best Village before. So yes, is in 1838 Emancipation happened, and it happened actually on August 31st, and I think it was on the we celebrated on the 1st, because independence happened on the 31st. It was on the 1st of August, sometime where it was made into law. It became a public holiday, and that is why it was always August 1st. It's slipping me right now, but thanks for that, R79. So yeah, so look out for those up and coming videos. Alright, how I could forget that. That'll be in August as well, then. Great race. Yeah, so many events happening, and I wish I could do all, but I just simply can't. Oh, Indra, good night, good night. So yeah, but for sure, the next few videos is going to be Jose here in Trinidad and Tobago. It might have a beach one, drive through. I'm not sure if I'll throw in Prime, the hydration drink, not Amazon Prime, and a few others. I don't want to give away spoilers, because I have this epic idea for an Independence Day video. Alright, and I was actually scripting it and writing it out, and it's just to execute it. That one will take some time to record, but yeah, so you can look out for that. I just giving you all updates on up and coming stuff. And yeah, we reached the R79 Olympics. Yeah, and Olympics is starting in Paris, so we can look out for those as well. You'll have, let me know, right, if you all want to have like an Olympic streaming party or anything. We can look into that going forward in somebody lives, depending on when it fall. Yeah, so we will see how things go, because I think that will be like a fun thing to do, on a live one of these days. Oh yes, and I forgot this part as well. This year, our government, along with our opposition, basically, the people who are in charge of the country, finally declared our national instrument as the steel pan. So August, from the 5th to the 11th, is World Pan Day, right? World Steel Pan Day. So also in August, expect some lives on the steel pan on the steel pan events, right? I might be at Exodus Spaniard. I might come down to Skiffle Bunch Spaniard. I'm not sure yet. They have this World Pan Day event. So that's our next video. I'll plan to do come next month, and as well as on the night before the holiday. So this is Emancipation Day, is next week Tuesday. That is a public holiday here in Trinidad and Tobago. Night before the holiday is Spirit Band launch, which I'll be attending. I'm planning to do a Carnival 101 video, and I'm not sure if I'll be using the footage from that to do a full vlog on the Spirit Band launch, or I'll use the footage from that to do the Carnival, to get it towards the Carnival 101 video. So I'll see how it goes. But I just wanted to give you all those updates, and of course shout out all the other my fellow YouTubers who just jump in the chat and thing, and blessings to you all as well. I know if you are watching this after the live is done, we didn't start off on a good note in a sense, and I'm still hoping and praying that we boy Komal come back home safely, and if anybody out there is missing, that they are found and returned to their families safely. And I hope we really put a dent on crime in the upcoming months, to be honest with you all. And yes, Sati is saying she's watching for the swimming for the Olympics, and yeah, there's a lot of things happening, right? So yeah, that's basically the vibes that is up and coming, what went on before. I'll just shout out again SHAQ for thanks for being my Patreon member. I plan to do some BTS on the Radisson. I'll throw it up there in Patreon, and I'll throw up something in the membership. It'll be the same thing. So if you could join either the Patreon or the membership, the Trinbago Vibes membership, I will greatly appreciate that, because it will help in creating these videos, going out to do certain events, to do certain things, because sometimes I like to give back as well. But of course, doing certain things and gas these days is be atrocious sometimes. So yeah, so if you could join my Patreon, even if you can become a paying member for it, on Patreon, I have some behind the scenes videos that's open that you all could check out as well, but that's be more personal vlogs in a sense, and as well as I'm gonna do some behind the scenes stuff from the Radisson video, because I have a few things I left out as well, and yeah, I'm just gonna throw it up there. So feel free to check those out if you could, if not small thing, but I would appreciate all the support and everything regardless, right? The mere fact that you all take time just to join me on this Sunday Vibes Live is be amazing and be mind-blowing. Sometimes doing YouTube is be mind-blowing, it'd be like wow, and the interesting thing is, as I get to meet you all sometimes, and it just be fun vibes, anyway. We at this point in the live where anything goes, so if you have any questions or anything, feel free to to ask. At this point, we're wrapping up here in a little bit. Sati is saying she congrats one of her co-workers who placed second in the master in swimming. What? Big up. Who is that person? Call names, Sati. We go big them up, and let me see how things go. So yeah, and well, of course, as well, I think this week a big movie is dropping, right? Deadpool 3 with Deadpool and Wolverine. I think that is going to be one of the best movies for the year, in my opinion. I don't know, I could be wrong, but yeah, looking forward to seeing that one as well. And yeah, I think that's about it. If nobody else have any more questions, I think I would wrap up there. So thank you all again for joining me on this Sunday Vibes Live. Once again, I hope and pray Roberto comes home, and anybody else who is experiencing any difficulties in life, hope and pray that you all would be given the tools to overcome it and to, be okay. And we could just pray for our nation every day to have the place be a better place than it currently is. And the path is heading down is horrible with respect to crime. So hopefully we could put a dent on that. So yeah, okay, Sati, Ceylon Pascal, he is in his, and he is a swim coach as me. Oh, okay, nice. Well, big up them, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Sati. So yeah, we can look out for the swimming in the Olympics. We look at normal thing, track and field. I look forward to sometimes the football and the gymnastics. So yeah, we'll see how things go. So yeah, everybody, stay safe out there. Be observant out there. We do not know what some of these sick people have in mind when they see us, especially if they see us attain certain things. They would not understand the work sometimes we would put through to get where we are today. And so, yeah, I just want you all be safer. It is disheartening to read stuff in the news these days, especially to see some of the young people we have that disappearing and everything, and good members of our society disappearing and all these things. But anyway, let's end on a positive note, y'all. You have a safe one, have a blessed one, have a productive one, and have an epic and awesome week. If I know tomorrow is Monday, for some of you all, coffee helps. But yeah, look out for the next video from Trinbago Vibes. It will be hoping Jose again. All information in that, but if not, it'll be a next epic video. So yeah, and as usual, thanks again for joining me in this one. Parvati, I hope you have a fantastic day tomorrow on your birthday. Again, happy birthday. And everybody else, I'll see you all in the next one. So I'll go on later. Yeah. Alright. Good night and sweet dreams when you get